Hello there, welcome back. This is Sheepy here once again, and today I want to give a very brief update to how my build is tracking in the Necro Settlers or Settlers 2.0 League. If you look at my stash right now, we've just had a tumbling chaos. I think that's what people are calling the manifested wealth mod now. We just had an hour of tumbling chaos in the cemetery map, which I actually had about I think 5 or 6 maps. I caught on pretty late. I was watching some Teamfight Tactics VODs, and then someone told me, hey, this manifested wealth is in T5 Cemetery, and I jumped on, and I had about 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes to run the 5 maps, and I managed to get through it quite quickly. This build is quite fast with Frostspring of Wintry Blast. Look at me go. And I managed to get, well, 421 Chaos, 11 Exalts, Divines, and I think I didn't track this, but quite a bit of Val Orbs as well. Val Orbs actually quite valuable early game. Yeah, I'm on 209 Val Orbs, so it's not friendly on your wrists. You do have to click quite a bit. This is 421 clicks. I can definitely feel a little bit burn coming through my right wrist, but it is all very well worth it because this is going to fund the next upgrade to my gear. In terms of my gear, I actually have only bought 3 pieces of item. One is my Katava's Thirst, one is a 6-link full chainmail for about 70 chaos, and lastly is the Timeless Jewel, which we'll go through in a bit. Everything else is found on the ground or self-crafted. So yeah, let's get into a bit of the gear upgrades. Actually, before we get into that, let's have a quick look into our Atlas progression. We're doing pretty well. We're well into tier 13s and 14s. I have been taking it pretty slow and have been experimenting a bit with the lanterns, which took a bit of time. In terms of the Atlas tree, we are of course running the boss rushing, June mission, Kirak mission, and the map drop chance. I think the map drop chance is actually one of the most important things in the Settlers rerun. I think any Atlas tree that doesn't have these map tier nodes in it, it's probably not an optimal one, just because you really want to have that supply of map pool for these divine hours. There are divine orbs, by the way, that's been confirmed, even though they're not quite as strong, and I actually was asleep during the times it happened, but that's okay. I'm sure there's gonna be more opportunities. Divine hours are a thing, they're just not as strong. I think people are walking away with maybe a couple divines per map, not so much 30-40 divines per map like people feared. So Atlas tree is very much in progress. I'm working on my way to take up Nico as well going forwards. I already have my shrines, so yeah, progressing pretty well, slow but steady. That's how I league start. In terms of my gear though, maybe let's just go through my one. The 2 wands are found underground, so I got a bit lucky with both of these. I've just been picking up all the profane wands and then 5-1 combining them to get a free chaos reroll. Nothing special here, just some spell damage, maybe lightning damage spells and some mana, cast speed. Pretty standard. I haven't unlocked my runes yet in King's March. That's one area I'm a bit behind on, but I would ideally like to enchant these with some cast speed or lightning damage enchants. Helmet, Kitava's Thirst, nothing to see there. Amulet, this amulet is really bad. It's used on life and cast speed. Is that even T1 cast speed? It's T1 cast speed by Minro. So I just got this on the ground before Kitava. I've been using it ever since. It's okay. It's not too bad. Can't complain too much about gear you found off the ground, you know. This chest I bought for 70 chaos, like I mentioned. I just chaosed a couple times for the cold and lightning resistances. Nothing to see there. In terms of the 2-stone, in terms of my rings, I really want this 2-stone to be a amethyst ring because I am a little bit short on my chaos threat. It's about 3%, and farming betrayal without a lot of chaos resistance kind of, well, let's just say that I have died to betrayal a couple of times in some really bad 8 mod corrupted red tier maps doing my progressions. So here just rounding out a bit of my attributes as well as resistances for both of these rings. Nothing to see there. I really want to replace them ASAP because I think they can be so much better for my character. Gloves, again, just resistances, some life. I have this increased damage during any flash effect. I don't even know if that's very good. I don't think it's very good. I think, actually, going to this glove a bit, I've been doing a lot of June, and June's actually quite good for early gearing, because you can have a item with like 2 or 3 useful mods, and then you can unveil the last mod onto it, and suddenly your item is actually quite solid. So say for this one, we have 3 solid suffixes, and I've unveiled the mana prefix, which means this is actually a quite viable piece of item there. Belt, maybe let's not look at the belt, it's quite horrible, but similar idea. I had 3 mods that was pretty decent, and then I unveiled the mana, and I unveiled the strength and dexterity to help fix my attributes a little bit. For my boots, found on the ground, it's only a little bit of resistances, but it has 30% movement speed, and I haven't had the heart to change it ever since. I found it, I think, in my first or second white tier maps, so it's quite good. In terms of flasks, we have a bit of Jade Flask just for Grace. I really like running Grace. I tried running Purity of Elements, but not having evasion and playing through mapping is just kind of a horrible experience. You know, I am not stun immune, so sometimes people hit me once and I'm stun locked, and then I just get bursted, which is not ideal. I found a 28% Divine Mana Flask. This actually has been carrying me for the entirety of the campaign. I don't have to worry about mana regen. You can see I don't have Azuri's Foible yet. I think that's going to be a next upgrade to help me with my mana regen. I don't have that, so this mana flask has been coming in clutch. And a silver and Quicksilver flask just to make myself move a little bit faster. In terms of passive trees, nothing to see here. Again, similar to the guide I've put out, this is following Garatha's tree. I'm combining the tree between Garatha and Cash a little bit, just because I don't think I'm gonna make my way here to Arcane Capacitor. It's a really useful node, but so many point investment, and I kind of want to stay in this region and just pick up some, jewel sockets here and there to round out my build a little bit. I have bought the Glorious Vanity. This is the 3rd thing I bought on this character for 1 divine, just to get the Corrupted Soul. What the Corrupted Soul does is that it splits the damage you take between your life and ES. Normally that's kind of a bad thing, right? Because you do want to deplete your ES first, but for any kind of mana man or mana stacking characters, because we take Mind Over Matter, you can see that damage taken from mana before life, it's not damage taken from mana before energy shield. This means that by splitting the damage 50-50 between life and ES, I can actually use Mind Over Matter to mitigate 50% of the damage that's going to my life, so it's actually quite useful. That's about it. We are doing pretty well. The damage is actually ridiculously high. I can see why people love this build from Settlers 2.0. I am very close to getting to tier 16s and boss rushing on tier 16s to farm some currency to upgrade my gear. I think for me, I'm going to be looking for Azuri's Foible as the next upgrade, as well as and maybe some unique jewels like Natural Instinct and things like that. Talk a bit about the state of this event. This event has been absolutely amazing. I'm gonna let some footage play in the background here for this section. All flames, like the video I put out on the launch day, the existence of all flame just makes such a big difference, right? So if you think about it, during Settlers, everyone's complaining about how there's no ground loot, it's not profitable to farm maps, you have to farm reward tiles or Sanctum, but all flame just changed that so much. Like I go through a map, I either come out with 400 Chaos Orbs, Exalted Orbs, or I come out with a lot of quality gems, or come out with a lot of tattoos. I have so many tattoos, I haven't price checked them yet. I'm sure there's something good in them as well. It's just so much fun. It's kind of like a mayhem league, mapping is crazy, mapping is fun. You never know what's gonna happen. Sometimes sometimes it is be repeat, especially when you're just pushing red tier maps. I had this corrupted. Oh, I remember this so well. I have this corrupted crit map. It's corrupted so badly, but that's my only crit map, so I'm like, I have to do this. And then it spawned, I think, the Tota guys. I can't tell it was Kaam or someone, but one of the guys that drops tattoos. The guy just one-shots me. And I was just so surprised because it's like a leap slam or flicker strike. He just one-shots me. It was absolutely infuriating, but fun at the same time because, when you do manage to get them down, they drop some tattoos for you. Maybe the risk and reward is a little bit off for that mob specifically, but hey, it was fun. It's different, if you're looking for something new, if you are just tired of playing Settlers 1.0, please give Settlers 2.0 a try. It's really just a fantastic experience and I really do like it, and I think it's something I'm going to be playing for quite a while. In terms of my town, I haven't done much to it. I think my town's level 8, but I have got my mining up to level 11. I don't think I'm upgrading this in the right order. And then I've got some, yeah, my farm's like level 7 and 8, but I have blue zenith, which means I can update this to level 9. There you go, bam. But yeah, I'm gonna be working on my town, of course, because I do want to start shipping. Apparently 17 million shipping value is the most optimal one now. And also I would like to start using our good friend recombinations. Yeah, this is where we're gonna craft all of our this is where we're gonna craft all of our monoman gear. To look forward to crafting wands, body armor, both rings, as well as gloves and boots. I think for belt and for amulet I'm gonna be using unique ones, so maybe not that. But yeah, lots of exciting stuff, lots of upgrades to this character. This character plays like a dream. Look how fast I run. This is actually so cool. Well, that's it. I am having such a blast with the Necro Settlers event. I hope you are too. And if you want to join, now's a perfect time to come. And if you, for some reason you're not playing the event but you want to play the event, I have some build guides and some tips and tricks for starting up the league with some Atlast strategies for you as well. Please check them out in the description below. Thanks for listening to me yap once again. This is Sheepishly. Have a good day and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.